It is Throwback Thursday. Check out this picture Tidal Health posted on their Facebook. This is an aerial postcard of Peninsula General Hospital and School of Nursing. The hospital estimates the postcard is from the mid to late 60s, long before the 1977 construction of the hospital's expansion. Now, if you want to take a closer look, you'll find this very picture on the Delmarva Life Facebook page.
Oh my goodness.
I know, I spent some time looking
and
figuring out where everything is.
Okay. So the year that is going to be on our minds during the long weekend of fireworks, barbecues, parades, and flag waving ahead is 1770. I thought you'd jump in right there. 1776, Declaration of Independence, birth of American freedom.
So it only seemed fitting to talk about the year 1652, right?
Sure.
Well, that's what Jim Duffy of Secrets of the Eastern Shore wants to talk about in today's Throwback Thursday.
Now, so something happened 124 years ago, before our country's independence. 124 years before our country's independence. In Eastville, Virginia.
Eastville, Virginia, Northampton County.
Okay.
All right?
There has to be a connection.
1652. They were mad. They were upset. And they had something to say. And they wrote a formal petition that I would like to read for you, if that's all right.
Okay.
Right.
It'll be perfectly clear. No worries about the 16.
But I mean, was there an Eastville, Virginia?
Oh, it was a crossroads thing.
Okay,
it was just like there was like a little store or a little something. There wasn't really the town. The town came along later.
Oh, okay.
But it was still kind of a center of what was going on the Eastern Shore of Virginia.
Gotcha.
All right. So they were mad. They were upset. They said, "We whose names are underwritten this day made choice of by the inhabitants to give informacons and instrucons to the gent elected burgesses of the present grand assembly in relicon to such matters as conduce our peace and safety. And for the redress of these grievances which are present, we are capable and sensible of in our county of Northampton." Got that so far? Because they go on. There's one more sentence. Therefore, that law which requireth and enjoineth taxicons for us to be arbitrary and illegal, for as much as we had neither summons of the election of burgesses nor voice in the assembly, we conceive that we may lawfully protest against the proceedings of the act of assembly for public taxicons which have relicon to Northampton County. Got it?
Clear as a smoky, hazy day from Canada wildfire.
Maybe run it through Google Translation or something?
You're right.
I can. So if you go back to, it's kind of a two-step dance here. You go back to 1619, 12 short years after they landed at Jamestown. Okay. The colony of Virginia was the first American colony to set up a House of Elected Representatives, like a House of Representatives.
Okay.
It was called the House of Burgesses.
Okay.
And the way it worked, they would call, the folks in charge in the Western Shore would call an occasional meeting of the House of Burgesses. And they would send out notices to all the little shires, they called them instead of counties. And they'd send out notices and say, "It's time for us to meet. Come on over and meet." And the king was still in charge, and he could decide whether he liked what they did or not. But they had a voice in what was going on, taxes and fees and all of that. And everything went fine for 20, 25 years. Now, you know how folks on the Eastern Shore sometimes suspect that those folks on the Western Shore kind of hold you in disdain. Mm-hmm. Kind of like, we don't want to hear what those hicks have to say, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Well, in the late 1640s, they started calling meetings of the House of Burgesses, but maybe somebody messed up the mailing list. Maybe they didn't want to hear from those hicks. They stopped inviting the people from the Eastern Shore in Northampton County.
Wow.
And so for 4 out of 5 years, they had these meetings, and they passed laws, and they passed taxes, and they passed fees and rules and everything else. And this is what they were mad about. So they wrote this brilliantly clear and concise, petition, and historians call it the Northampton Protest. And running it through Google Translator, it's the first time in American history that somebody said, "No taxation without representation. That isn't gonna fly here."
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, he made that connection, didn't he?
That's a great connection. Jim Duffy.
First time.
Secrets of the Eastern Shore. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jim.
Gibberish and all.